Once we get going this morning, it's going to be a 50-50-50. If I stop playing my watch for a moment and look at the board, it says 6 sets of 4 exercises. So 4-part series, 50-50-50. First series starts with a goblet squat. So if I have a dumbbell that's loaded appropriately, I'm just going to do a squat. Stand tall, exhale, stand tall, exhale. Number 2, quad plank with a shoulder touch. So from a quad plank position, knees 90, hips 90, shoulders 90, I'm going to come across the shoulder, grab it. So quad plank plus shoulder touch. The narrower my hands are there, the more stability I'll find. Number 3 is a glute bridge march. We'll start glute bridge, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot. Last thing, hand walk out. There's no push-ups today, so we're going to get as far overhead as we can. Comfortably, come back in, drive the hips. Take our time, take a stretch. Give me a second to adjust the volume and press play. All right, we should have a dumbbell for goblet squat. 8 seconds till we go. Number 1 is a goblet squat. It's the only thing we need weight for in this first series. 2. Nice big inhale. Find the weight in your heels. Right, stand tall. Exhale. If the weight feels light, which, okay, well, we're like 5 seconds in, so maybe it does. But if it feels extra light, think about less pause at the top. So as soon as you get up, right back down. More kind of a constant tension squat. Second exercise, going to draw from the quads as well with that quad plank shoulder touch. 20 seconds here. As we stand tall, rib cage comes down, right? Exhale through the core. 10. And then knees 90, shoulders 90, hips 90. 5. Good, weights down, find your base. Again, if we're narrower in the hands, wide in the feet, we're going to have a lot more control here. So if you feel like you're crushing it, kick the hands a little wider. Try to prep the body though before we start the initial movement. Nice, easy breathing. Spine stays neutral. If we need to, we'll push the hips up into a pike position instead of going knees down. 15 seconds, so we'll roll to our back. Glute bridge march. 8. 2. Then grab your ab mat, find yourself on your back from that glute bridge position, right? I'm going to hold static in the bridge. 1 knee up. And switch sides. Doing my best to minimize any rotation. If I think about it, my heel just has to bypass this knee, right? Just a little higher than the knee. I don't have to shoot for a lot of height. So maybe every time 2 feet on the ground, I think about my hips, right? Hips nice and high, pull a foot. Nice and high, pull a foot. 15 seconds out, we'll roll over. Going into hand walks next. Shouldn't be in your back on the hand walk. 5. Good. Nice long legs. Focus on the hamstring stretch on the way up. But on the way out, get as far overhead as you feel comfortable. Little movements, little movements, little movements. And when you're ready, drive the hips. Take that stretch, take a breather. After hand walk out, we go back to goblet squat. If you need to adjust the weight there, spend a moment and do so. The weight was appropriate, let's use it again. 15 seconds. Take 1 more good rep. 8. 2. Then grab your weight under chin. As we sit down, weight rolls back into heels. Knees can kick out a little bit. Stand tall. You can squeeze the quads, squeeze the glutes at the same time, right? Everybody thinks about squeezing glutes In the goblet squat, think about quads as well. So they stand up, you flex the quads and glutes same time. 4 things: goblet squat, quad plank shoulder, glute bridge march, hand walk up. Stand right in front of the clock. 10 seconds. Weights can go away after this one. Should come back 2. There we go. Number 2, quad plank. Cross the body, tap the shoulder. Nice pause there. You watch your kneecaps in this movement, it should be static. As you go to reach the right hand, the right knee probably wants to climb up a little bit because you're turning your hips. So do your best not to do that. 15 seconds out. Glute bridge march number 3. 10. 2. Good, back sides. From that glute bridge, right? 1 foot up, 1 foot down. Remember to check the hips. Every time I have 2 feet down, how high are my hips? Am I actively squeezing, right? We feel strong and stable. Feet can always go another inch wider. If you don't feel stable, elbows can come on the ground for a bit of assistance. Straight line from knees, into hips, into shoulders. 15 seconds here. Last thing, hand walk. If it felt good last time, add a little more distance to it. 5. Good hand walk. Get the hamstring stretch to start. Nice long legs, core stays tight. Don't let that back drop into the hole. Walk as far overhead as you want. After hand walks, guys, we have a nice long 50-second rest. We'll talk about the exercises when we get there. 15 seconds here. 5. Good rest. Number 1, core extension. I'm going to lay on my back. All right, from here, head down, 4 limbs up. If I can, ability-wise, reach 4. If I can't, left, right, right, left. Number 2 is a single leg W. From this position, I'm going to draw hands down, right? So my arms in a W position, thumbs up. Right leg, both arms. Left leg, both arms. Number 3 is a deadlift. So if you want to set your dumbbell now for that, great. Number 4, hamstring runner. Kind of a brutal double, right? Dead the hamstring. First thing, core extensions, under backs. Low back down. For me, I'm going to go opposites, left, right, right, left. Posterior tilt the hips, right? Low back smash. Reach, draw. If you start all 4 limbs, good. When you need to regress the distance because you've lost that low back, bend the knees a little bit or don't reach as far. Or you can join me for opposites. But hips stay down. 10 seconds out. Think about the rib cage, right? Don't let the rib cage flare here. In 15 seconds, we're going to roll over. Single leg W. 8. Quick transition. 3, 2. Get chest down. Hands are down beside the body, right? In the W, thumbs are up. 1 leg, upper body. Now, as I go through this, if I think about keeping core tension, just like we did in the core extension, right? My rib cage is drawn down, hips are rolled in, and then I go to that movement. I'm going to get way less range of motion, but I'm not extending in my back. Instead, a simple glute squeeze and shoulder mobility. Think about drawing the shoulders back versus yanking them. 15 seconds up. Might even be 2 different steps. I'm going glute first and drawing the shoulders, keeping my core tight. 3 seconds, heading to deadlift. In our deadlift, it's that big hip hinge. Right, weight should settle into heels. Inhale, not reaching for the floor, but allowing my torso to head toward the floor. Back stays flat. Knees and shins stay fairly stationary. Hips slide back. Doing my best to maintain a neutral spine. So as my chest goes down, my eyes follow. Weight to heels. Perhaps my big toes still stay connected on the floor. 15 seconds out, and then hamstring runner. Hamstring runner is similar to mountain climber, but done with the hamstrings. 5. Weight down. If you have this, go ahead and grab them. Heels on top of those hips up in the air. Press, press, press. If and when it gets crazy, I'll set my butt down on the ground. And also drive the elbows down for a little bit of assistance. Assistance being trying to keep the hips up in the air. 25 seconds. And I would prefer a nice long levers, right? Switch, 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 kind of bypass versus stressing to keep the butt in the air. In 5 seconds, stay here. Core extensions, 3, 2, good, right into it, yeah. Arms, legs. I'm gonna stick with opposites. You can go all 4, fantastic, that's good. Strong. Low back stays anchored. Then check that rib cage, right? Think about your bottom rib. As you extend, does that bottom rib start to flare out? Right, ribs should stay packed down. If the effort's high, you're probably inhaling as you reach. Hold the breath a bit, come back up, then take the exhale. 15 seconds. If you're touching the floor, don't go soft when you touch the floor, right? It's a tap, but I'm staying connected, not starting the rep over. 5 seconds. After core extensions, roll over, W's. Again, carrying the same process, the same deliberateness in the core here. So rib cage is down, right at the shoulder draw. One leg, draw the shoulders back. One leg, shoulders back. Ribs down, core tight. Squeeze the glute of the leg is coming up. Not thinking about height in that heel. More so, can I get that glute tight? 15 seconds out, we'll pop up on our feet for deadlifts. Five. Good weight handling. This round maybe feels a little harder, a little more fatigue in the hamstrings after that runner. The second, if you don't mind. Take time. Feel out the range of motion. Weight should stay tight to legs, right? We don't want the weight to get out too far in front of the body. About as tight to shins as we can. We thought about having a barbell in hand. That barbell might even scrape our shins. In 20 seconds, hamstring runners. That'll finish our second round. Five. Good on our backs. Grab those discs, sit toward the edge of the pad. Again, I would prefer range of motion and distance over hips up. If you can do both, great. My hips are down. while they're down, I'm still being very active. I'm pressing down as hard as I can into the floor. It's just not enough weight to actually get my butt in the air. But I'm still driving down. Core stays tight. After this, we have a rest period. Next series doesn't look bad. 2 things that aren't a fun double, but it'll be okay. 8 seconds. 2. This can go to the side for now. Weights can go back if you were doing deadlift with weight. First thing, we're going to low lateral lunge. It's just body weight. Nice wide foot base, right? Maybe 2x hips, 1.5. I'm going to stay down as I transition. The hamstring just got worked a little bit, so think about trying to stretch it. Number 2, rehab side plank, forearm down, knee down, top leg raise, foot stays forward. Number 3 is a strict push-up. Number 4 is a tricep extension. Tricep can be a dip and or a wall skull crusher. But number 1, nice wide feet. Low lateral lunge, 5. When I get to the side of the low lateral lunge, I'm going to feel all my weight on this leg, almost like a pistol squat. Right, that foot shouldn't be so narrow that I'm over the knee, and it also shouldn't be so wide that I can't get on top of the shin. All my weight down from here, I'm going to stay low. Press across. I'm pressing through that foot, sliding through the hamstring. Arms can be out front. Back stays nice and flat. Slow transition. I like to stretch in the hamstring. It feels good. Press through my foot here, pushing, pushing, pushing. Almost resisting on the other side. 15 seconds. Next one, maybe hardest thing of the day, a rehab side plank. I don't like it. It's good for us. 3, tell you what, if there was nobody here and I was doing the workout, I would do something, I would do bicep curls instead. So 1 knee down, right, hips are pressed forward. Be slow and deliberate. Hips should be up at a nice angle, so we're in a very active side plank position. Manage that toe, watch it, keep it forward. Nice slow lift, nice easy drop. Try not to increase the speed here. Remember which side we're on. The next exercise, in about 15 seconds, strict push-up. Just means that when things get sloppy, we're gonna go to knees. So less push-ups than normal, at least from our toes. 3. Good, right, to push up, keep the form as clean as you can. Nice big inhale down, nice press. Check the shoulders, they're down, packed. Check the rib cage is tucked down, chin's tucked back. You can keep some glute and quad tension as you roll through these. After the strict push-up, heading into some sort of tricep extension. Good on time, 15 seconds. 5. Good, we're using TRX in the gym. You can use something to do dips on or a wall tricep, moving through the same pattern we are. After tricep isolation, we go back to that low lateral lunge. Simply a low lateral limbo. We cued it pretty well the first time, right? Weight should feel really heavy on that leg you're shifting toward, almost like a pistol squat. Focus on the other leg, getting the hamstring stretch. 15 seconds here. Couple reps. 5. Good. Low lateral lunge. Keep those feet nice and wide. Sit the hips down. Take your time. I'm sitting back in my heel, right? Body weight's transferring back. It's the best I can so as I sit. Sitting back low, that right leg, I'm going to push through my right foot, break on my left side, so I press the right. I'm breaking here, stay low. Second exercise, rehab side plank. Make sure we switch sides there. Still 20 seconds where we're at. And check the shoulders aren't rounded, right? Rib cage is open, sit nice and tall. Sit the butt back. 8 seconds. Good forearm and knee. Switch sides. Check the toe position. Slow lift. The knee, hip, and shoulder should be aligned here. Both if we're looking down from the ceiling at our hips, as well as if we're looking from the front. After rehab side plank, some good push-ups. Dropping to knees when our form gets a little iffy. 15 seconds here. 5. Good, and push-ups. A deep breath or two if you need to, and then right into it. After isolating the triceps, maybe a little more work this round. $20 seconds to go. Triceps next to finish the series though. 8. 2. Tricep, guys. Use the legs as much as you need to in this to make it appropriate. Wall triceps, if it feels easy, you'll step back. Slide the hands down the wall. If you're doing dips, walk the feet under the body, right? Press the feet a little firmer into the floor. After this series, we're halfway done. Good, 3 series in, 3 series to go. I feel done. Let's just go get some coffee. 5. Okay, number 1. In a single leg RDL base, static. If my left hand holds the weight, left leg goes back. From here, if my back will allow, I'm just going to row in that static position. Number 2, valve slide crunch plus height on the way out. So with the discs under feet, right? I should be very deliberate in crunching the body in. Draw the knees, push the hips, out slow. Number 3, single leg jump, no back foot contact, okay? Then 4 is a plank with lateral foot tap. We'll talk about it as we go. Set your weights for your rows.
What's the technique?
12 to 15. Depends on your back, really. If I have the weight, left hand, left leg's back. All the support is on the right foot. Single arm row. If my back gets cranky, I can stand nice and tall. Kind of take the stress off of the back. Thinking about how long can I make that back leg, right? Pushing the heel back and away, not up and away. Back. 20 seconds here. Second exercise. Valve slide crunch to pike. Gonna crunch in, pike out. Take your time there, you won't have to do too many of them. 8. 'Good, weights down, feet on the discs. Should be a draw, right? I'm gonna pull my body in, around the back, tuck the knees, drive the hips. Out nice and slow. So come in, it's not dynamic. Drawing myself in. Shoot the hips up. Out nice and easy. 20 seconds to go. Next exercise, single leg jump, no back foot contact. Whatever leg was supporting for your row, use that leg as the jumping leg. 5. Good, so my right leg was the supporting leg, so now my right leg is going to be the jumping leg. Same position, right? Single leg RDL. Nice quick whip to the body. A little bit of an uppercut as well. The knee drive and that uppercut through that front arm is going to be what dictates not only the pace, but also the height off the ground. 15 seconds. After this guy, we'll do a plank with a lateral foot tap. Plank from the forearms. 5. Good, forearms down. I'm going to lift my foot up. Using the glutes to do so. Nice little tap. Other side tap. The tap should be light. Trying to brace myself through the 3 stationary limbs or points of contact. Foot comes off the ground, easy. Set down gentle. In 15 seconds, we're back in a single leg RDL with the row. 5. Good, my left leg down, right arm's gonna hold my static base. From my opposite side, you can see it's a single leg RDL. So above my back, I can stand nice and tall. Or just kind of deal with it. Depending on your breathing pattern here, how quickly you're breathing will depend on whether or not you're seated up. If possible, inhale in the reach, exhale, pull. Keep that front leg bent. Keep the weight in the front heel. 5 seconds out. Back to crunch the pike on the discs. Feet on. Heavy crunch. Draw the knees in, round the back. Set that rib cage down. Drive up. Slow reach. On the way in, try to keep those knees pretty tight to the floor. So pull my knees in. Maybe like 1 inch off the ground. Still good on time, less than 20 to go. My supporting leg of the previous exercise will be the jumping leg now. 8 seconds. 2. Because this time my left leg jumps, right leg swings. Left arm uppercut with that right knee. This is the 3rd thing in this series, right? Next thing, plank, lateral foot tap. Again, if you're looking for a little more height, a little more in the uppercut, a little more in the knee tuck. Last 15. A little bit of tempo if you got it. Tempo and height. 5. Good, into your plank. Light foot tap off the side. Use the glute. Pick up that foot. Set it down soft. Focus on your rib cage position here. Should be down and tight. You're struggling to keep the hips and the back in a good position. Go hips up a bit. Eight. Resting, guys. Next series, we need weight for a single leg alternate curl. That's the only thing. So if you have options, get those weights ready. First exercise, curtsy lunge. We'll go through it together. Need to breathe. Don't pass out. First thing, curtsy lunge. Foot behind the body, knee behind the ankle. Stand tall, knee tuck. Number two, calmly. Back line, right to left, right to left. Marching plank curls. Number one, curtsy lunge. So if my left leg's in motion, my left leg, my left knee specifically comes behind my right side. If I feel good here, I touch my knee, shin, and arch to the floor. If I need some assistance, I put the toe down like this, right? So toe down if we need help. Arch, right? Shin, and knee if we can go just body weight. Then you might find sinking the arm is helpful, right? Drop, stand drive, lots of stability. All front leg here. Very similar to a pistol, but there's a lot of hip rotation. 15 seconds. Inhale down, stand tall, drive. Exhale, tall, tighten the core. Keep going, 5 seconds here. Next exercise on our back. One hand behind the head, the opposite knee, so accordingly. Reach, exhale. I'm making sure the arm is not behind my head, is off the floor, right? Both the hand, the elbow, and the shoulder. So as I come up to crunch, I myself stay off my left side. I can reach the elbow back away from the heel, pull it across the body, exhale. Remember which side you're on here. 15 seconds to go, and then we're supposed to go into a marching plank. Left, right, right, left, 10. 3, one more. Good, into a plank position. Like army crawl, right, left, right, right, left. Take your time if you're fatigued. You get stuck, hold a static plank. The best part about the marching plank is the next one, the curl. So we can sell out here, work pretty hard, knowing our next station is just the curl. 20 seconds. Think about the hips, trying to keep them nice, flat, and stable. 10. 5. Good single leg, alternating curl. I want a little more stability demand. I can stand on my ab mat. I get a little bit of a tricep squeeze at the bottom. Hands are probably going to tuck in towards hips. And tempo is dependent on weight. If my weight's light, I'll cruise through it. If it's heavy, I'll focus on not swinging my elbow, using the bicep, both to curl and to kind of let that bell come back down. 15 seconds. Curtsy lunge for our first station. 7. 2. Go ahead and switch legs. This time my left leg supporting right knee tucked behind. I'm going to try to stay off the toes. If I can, backing down. Call knee tuck. Getting a little bit of rhythm here. The torso can lean forward as you come down. Right, my torso is over my knee, which then also helps to keep that back foot nice and light. So also a knee tuck. Knee crosses slightly behind that heel of the opposing foot. Not super tight to it though, right? A little bit of distance. Exhale. Second exercise. Conleys on our back. In 5. Good. This time my left hand behind my head. Taking my left elbow to my right knee. Being aware of my right arm placement. Right shoulder, elbow in the air. Big reach, big pull, big exhale. Stretch that elbow up and away. "20 seconds to go." Hardest part about the Conley is moving then into that marching plank. That'll come up next. 10 seconds, guys. 5. Go ahead into plank position. Feel good here. Remember, curls are next. Right into it, left, right. Right, left. Check the hips. Prep the body before you move. You get stuck, take a little breather. You can always roll into that pike position, even from the forearm, just to get a little bit of air. 20 seconds out. Curls coming up. And think about which foot you stood on last time. Make sure you know where you're going. 5. Good, weight in hand. Knee up if we can. Nice little pinch at top. If the weight ended up being light last time toward the end, take up the tempo now. We'll have one series after this. One series of 4 to finish the day. So 50-second rest coming up. Check that rib cage, right? Check the front knee. Ribs are down. Knees slightly crimped. Knees up. 10 seconds, guys. Two. We'll need a single dumbbell for a bent over row. Claire, if you want to use the legs there, you can. First thing though, we'll go push up plus shoulder tap. Number 2, V-ups. Number 3, squat jumps. Number 4, single arm row. Post up pull, should be heavy front hand, but number 1 is going to be push up plus shoulder touch. If you want to do less push ups, elongate that shoulder grab, right? A little more time on that shoulder. Your dumbbell should be set though for your row. 5 seconds until we're in push-ups. Wider feet, take your press. Grab the shoulders, secure the hips. If you want to go from your knees, go from your knees. If you want to then go from knees into your shoulder grab on your toes, bounce up from the knees after the push-up. Narrower hands and wider feet are going to give you the most hip control here. So if your hips are walking, narrow up the hands, kick the feet out. 20 seconds to go. Then some sort of V-ups. I myself am going to go single leg, alternating V-ups. If your back and hip flex is allowed, you're welcome to go double leg. 5 seconds. Gotta get your ab mat. Again, I'm going single leg, alternating V-ups. You're welcome to double leg if it feels good to you. Rib cage can flare as I reach overhead, and I smash the back down, right? A little bit of tempo here is okay. My arms are leading ever so slightly, not whipping my arms. They're simply setting the tempo, initiating the movement off the ground. But then low back gets smashed, core is engaged. 15 seconds out. Squat jumps coming up. 10. 2. Good on our feet. Squat jumps, I integrate the arms, right? Nice soft landing. As fatigued as the arms are. You feel heavy. I guess, I don't know. Strange. I did snack a lot last night. 25 seconds out. Video's delayed. 15 seconds, next thing. Single arm, dumbbell, bent over row. 10. 2. Good, grab your weight. Heavy front hand. Nice big reach, big pull. We're in our last series. After rows, we go back to push-up. Finishing off the day. You feel good here, fire some tempo. Shoulders should stay packed. Breathing likely not in rhythm with the rows at this point. Just trying to get through it. 10. 2. Push up, shoulder grab. Oh yeah. Remember, if we need to, we'll drop the knees through the push up, up the toes for the reach. If you want to do less push ups, stay in that pause longer. Try to stay crisp. As we take our left hand off the floor, drive that left hip bone down, counter twist the hips back into the hole. Don't let them pop up. 10 seconds. Number 2, V-ups. Good, on our back. Alternating single leg for me, hands overhead, come up for the toe. After V-ups, 2 things. Squat jumps, number 1. That's the name. I don't know if you're watching the clock, but we're getting closer. 15 seconds. 5. Good squat jump, guys. 2 things, jumps, rows. Almost there. If you're looking for tempo, minimize the height, right? Little drop, little hop. Stay in motion, pick up the pace a little bit. Back in the heels, right? Finding the glutes and hamstrings toward the bottom. 15 seconds. Then we'll row to finish. 5. Close up, hit your rows. Last thing, guys.